Zyzz started the era of aesthetics. I get why aesthetics is so popular because it's, number one, what females are attracted to. Number two, it's what garners the most attention the fastest.
What's up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at RussoLifts. Just in case something happens to this YouTube channel, you can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there.
What is up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Today's ASMR sip is sponsored by 1907, New Zealand's finest water. Check it out in the description below, coupon code Russo. The coupon code is active. I am affiliate number 1, so run it up and try the water out. In my opinion, best bottle design for the gym. Big ass cap. This shit never falls off. The handle never breaks. And there's no marketing bullshit. There's no bullshit alkaline level. It's just a really good spring from New Zealand. Showed New Zealand. Check it out. Today's ASMR Spritz is brought to you by more plates, more dates, more trend, more men. Intelligent Elephant Carbon. Threw my editor off with the long pause and stuttered. Today I'm going to be talking about Zyzz. I forget his full name. I'll have Andrew throw up his full name. Zyzz, oh man, I'm gonna get killed by not knowing his full name. Anyways, today, Zyzz. The facial aesthetics era has ruined bodybuilding, meaning dudes care more about their jawline, having the, here, I'll have Andrew throw up the acronym CHAD. Charming, humorous, alpha, dominant, be a Chad, black pill, facial aesthetics. It's all about this jawline. If you don't have this jawline, you don't get pussy. Da, da, da. That has been started, and now on TikTok with instant gratification, dudes are more obsessed with their face not getting ugly while they bulk up. So they'll cut their bulk short, they won't bulk, they'll stay shredded, they'll accumulate no size, just more muscle maturity and muscle density, and then they're sitting there redlining androgens that put them in an androgenic environment, not an anabolic environment, and thus this is most of TikTok fitness, and this is most of the instant gratification people who compete, meaning there's a bunch of dudes competing, and people know who I'm talking about, even on some of the sponsored teams I'm on, that compete all the time. They're constantly shredding, bringing a package. They're not going anywhere. They're not accumulating enough size. They're not taking a big enough off season. And I've talked about, and I've Andrew threw up the cards of, you know, how instant gratification is ruining bodybuilding. Zyzz started the era of aesthetics. I get why aesthetics is so popular because it's, number one, what females are attracted to. Number two, it's what garners the most attention the fastest. And number three, it's instant gratification, right? Old school bodybuilding, Dorian Yates, Sigma, the shadow, accumulated the tissue over the time, delayed gratification. You know, with aesthetics, you can put together an aesthetic physique, you know, shred up on a bunch of androgens, not have like a FFMI, throw up FFMI, Andrew, don't have a FFMI that's high enhanced, rather just be super shred all the time, put your body in an androgenic state. I don't think people even understand the difference between anabolic and androgenic state, nor did I, because I normally did stay in a more androgenic state for most of my career. However, when I did the LGD cycle, I definitely put myself more towards the anabolic side, and then as I do this contest prep and reverse out, Alec, the king of Macedonia, my bodybuilding coach, will 100% put me on nandrolone phenylpropionate to create an anabolic environment so I can build more muscle. The androgenic environment is like the hardness, the strength, but the size accumulation just doesn't really come from those sort of compounds, aka blasting tren all the time, aka constantly using masteron all the time. All the specific Zyzz cocktails that he used that creates that shredded up sitcom physique doesn't really go hand in hand as far as the most optimal androgenic anabolic environment to gain tissue. It is really good for maintaining super lean facial aesthetics, keeping the jawline as good as you can, and keeping a very androgenic jawline, which a lot of dudes are after. Problem is, Zyzz was 6'2". I think he could get away with, you know, being lean as far as... So the problem is, Zyzz is 6'2". He never really bulked. looked and he had a FFMI that was extremely low considering the amount of drugs he took. Now you can say, oh, Russo, you look like shit, da da da. At least each year you guys follow and subscribe and click the bell because I'm shadow banned. You see each year my FFMI, despite my long distance runner, I'll have Andrew throw it up, my long distance runner epigenetics, my fat-free mass index goes up each year, meaning my stage weight goes up each year. At 6% body fat, I will be heavier and heavier and heavier each year because I am chasing stage weight. I am chasing actual muscle tissue. When we look at these aesthetic guys, and you can think of your favorite one, they look good all the time. Their stage weights don't really go up or down in my opinion. They stay right around the same stage weight, and it's all down to muscle volumization due to sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training, which I already did a video on that. So that's how they look a little bit better over the years, as well as muscle maturity. They're cutting themselves short, they're cutting their physique short, and they're burning out their body, creating an androgenic environment for a long extended period of time. Normally, Alec recommended and educated me, you know, you would create an anabolic environment with the drugs and then switch into an androgenic environment, shred it up, back into an anabolic environment versus these Zyzz, Chad, Giga Chad, shredded all the time, fucking compete every 6 months and never do an off-season dudes, constantly in an androgenic environment. Suboptimal, not good for the body, and overall, you're cutting yourself short. Don't follow in Zyzz's footsteps all the time. I'm not saying in the summer you can create an androgenic cycle, go on Primobolan, Master on Equipoise trend, whatever you want, well, preferably not trend. But I know if I talk about Zyzz, trend is gonna get brought up, and then Russo thinks I'm the gatekeeper of trend. If you want to do it, just have the education on how bad it is and fucking do it. But all I'm saying is don't create an androgenic environment all year. Learn the difference between the anabolic and androgenic ratio, which maybe I'll do a video on in the future, and create an anabolic environment, bulk up, and then shred it up with an androgenic environment. Know the difference and know how to keep your body on point to gain fat-free mass index points each year, to actually size accumulate more tissue. It doesn't matter if you visually look a little bit different. Did your actual stage weight go up? Yes or no? When you have pro bodybuilders talking about, I think I'll have Andrew throw up a picture of Ian Valier. I think he claimed to gain 5 or 6 pounds of pure stage weight muscle in a year, which is insane. When you look at these aesthetic guys who are arguably using probably close to blasting dosages, not completely, I'm sure Ian Valier's using more GH and a little bit higher gear, but he's obviously tweaking his cycles in the offseason, creating a more anabolic environment, while the shred lords, the shredded sick cunts, are staying in an androgenic environment. They might gain 0.5 to 2.5 pounds of muscle, leaving all that on the table while they're damaging the health the same. You do the math. I'll see you guys in my next video.